This is Malaya. Let me be your guide now.
Hello, everyone. Today I have a great pleasure to speak with Amy Choy. Amy, hi. It's great to have you in our community. How are you today?
Hi, thank you for inviting me. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm watching your lives and I'm watching your activities. So you are very active. So please let us know more what you are doing and what is your story.
Yeah, sure. So first of all, thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be part of your community. And also congratulations on your growing community.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure to connect with people who also are looking for being healthy, happy, positive, and also building on things that are helping other people to better themselves. I'm actually by profession landscape designer, and so I'm a very creative person, and I still love what I do, landscape design, and I love doing sketches and drawings. And since March, because of the lovely pandemic, that I have been uh, quote unquote stranded in Bangkok, Thailand. I do love being here, so no complaint. I don't think I'm stuck. And so I've been building a platform. It's a health and well-being platform called Chic'n'Bliss.
Mhm.
And I've ran a challenge back in earlier this year on creating healthier habits. And so recently, the lives you've seen these last couple of days is because it was just my birthday, and I really want to kickstart my birthday month with creating more positive energy and vibration, charging ourselves so we can, have full energy for the rest of 2020. Who knows what's going to happen? Every day is
So true.
is changing, and I'm definitely, the one thing I learned in 2020 is, I think in the past people always ask you what your plans are, and if you cannot tell people about your plans, it sounds like you're not really successful or really organized person. And especially if you go to a job interview, they always ask you what your 5-year plan is. And I recall, like 12 years ago, I was in London, and I would have told everyone, I wanted to stay there for 10 years. And, things never actually go to plan. It's true. Like, you can plan as much as you want. So the biggest thing I learned in 2020 is riding the waves. Because every day is different. I'm encountering the situation in every aspect of my life. From being tested from even from a level where I'm going to be, because it's actually impossible to tell people, do I want to move? I was previously in Hong Kong. My parents are in Canada, where I left already for 17 years. So, but there's so many factors at play right now, and on a daily basis, things are changing. So that is the biggest thing, and it's actually quite beautiful, because for the first time, when you actually ride the wave and follow the flow of the universe, you're co-creating, and things are actually that are happening are things that would never happen if it's from my plan. And also, they are quite interesting, and then in some way it always work out better than what I thought. And but it does take up energy, because it is every day. You kind of like have to gauge it. It's not something that you plan. You just know it's going to happen. I will know this. I'm going home by this Christmas. I'm doing this and this and that. It's not happening like that anymore. So that's why I feel like for the remaining couple of months, I really feel doing a little challenge. It's an informal challenge to charge ourselves, would do a lot of goodness to our body, both physical well-being and mental well-being.
That's a beautiful story, and thank you for sharing your experience. And that one thing is for sure, is never going to happen what you plan. But if you stick, somehow it's going to happen, but not on the way you plan.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah, so I'm not saying just like lie down and not do anything. You still envision what you want, but you can't like, because I'm really organized. So I can have days where I plan, okay, Monday I'm going to do all of this, Tuesday do all of this, Wednesday do all of this. And it never happened this way. And I think in the past, I feel like, oh, that I didn't, do all these stuff. But now it's like you set a goal. You do have to have a goal and the intention, what you want to do. But the way you get to it is really totally different, and the time frame than what you have planned. Like you can say you plan to do by this time frame, but that's sort of to help you create, I guess, a smart goal, right? Like achievable goal. But as soon as you are very rigid about it, like sometimes it happens because we're very perfected, then it doesn't happen that way. Because you have to allow for so many unexpected things that are going to take up more time, that are in your way, but also I guess it's unexpected surprises that are actually quite pleasant. Like the process is not easy, but the outcome is quite nice. So yeah.
That's actually what I want to ask you, Amy. What piece of your life and your experience actually help you to do what you do right now?
It was a couple of years ago. I was really trying to advance my landscape career, and so I unwisely had prioritized doing landscape over everything else. And so, which is what we were trained to do from our school, by condition by the society. Every industry does that. And so it ultimately led to a really massive burnout. And that eventually led to a lot of issues, including a big breakdown and also a very severe outbreak of common psoriasis. And I recall back then I was in the rise in this top 30 landscape company, and I was telling the principals, the directors, that I had these psoriasis that are like oozing blood and water coming out from my arm, and I was scratching like a monkey. And I was telling this principal, I couldn't decide. Maybe I'll get it treated after I finish this deadline. This is real. I said that word for word. And this principal, she's a lady. It was in San Francisco, and she looked at me and she's like, well, I think you shouldn't wait. I think you should actually, if I were you, I would just take a leave of absence to deal with this. But at that point, now it's really clear you would choose health first, right? Health as well. But at that point, I was really agonizing because I was on the way to become an associate in the office. I was having so much that I thought was, my like something that I really hold on to. And eventually I had to completely reorganize what I value most and what I prioritize. And so I went through a really long journey to heal psoriasis. And I would say I would be maybe 1%, there's a little bit patches left, but it's all psoriasis free. But I was covered 60% of my body. I still have photos, and I looked like I was burned in fire. And I really refused to be treated with oral medicine. So I took a very holistic approach, mm-hmm. where with a lot of tenacity and persistence and learning to be patient, I eventually cleared my psoriasis. And so I felt that I didn't have that for myself. I had that question for a long time, why I got the psoriasis, why I had to go to this journey. And I always thought that this is something that is to be shared with other people, to help other people. But somehow I didn't think I was ready. I had this idea a few years ago, and pandemic had caused everything to be finished, and so I had a lot of time, and finally I came around to actually build this platform. And so that's my intent, to share this same experience, that my journey to heal psoriasis, to help other people. And to also, the other part is to also help them to generally be better versions of themselves. Because the more resilient you are, the more easier you can go after what you truly want to do. And I call it follow your bliss. Somebody told me that in the past. Yeah.
And Emmy, so can you share more like who you serve now and what is your project you are working on? I heard from you before that you will have some lunch soon. So give us more idea about who you are serving and what problems you are solving.
Yeah, sure. Currently in my community, there's a group of people. We are doing a challenge to raise our energy level, to better ourselves. And this is, I guess, you stay away from depression, from anxiety, which in the pandemic time before was already a lot of people with this problem. Now, mental health
Accelerate
is a huge problem out there. And so I'm creating, and again, this is something that I did for myself. I did a personal development program that I applied to myself, where after I did that, I feel much better, like in terms of like major improvements in terms of general health, physical health, and mental well-being. And I was actually surprised. One of my friends did the same the program I gave her. And she did it silently, so I didn't know. But she told me that her therapist asked her what she did 3 weeks later between that meeting, because she got much better. So I'm creating this program where people could utilize to help them to better themselves, both physical and mental well-being. And the other thing I'm trying to build is my official landing page with the Holistic Psoriasis Healing Program. And this is a unique program that nobody has ever done, because I'm the living proof of the process and I've walked through this path. And so I wanted to offer this program to people who may be suffering common psoriasis. There are a lot of people out there right now, like, they don't know what they can do to get better. And so I want to help these people. They could be I've seen a lot of young generation, especially right now, who are coming out from school looking for jobs, the whole, like the shifts in industry. So I would love to help these people and coach them through so they could manage to heal psoriasis holistically and to manage the symptoms to clearance. So it's not something that they would just take and then it goes away. It's actually something that they learn, and then they would, have it for life, and they can make it like they can clear for, the rest of their life, and they will be able to, know what to do when they have psoriasis.
Wow, that's amazing, Emmy. And how people can join your community, and how people can learn more about your program which you're developing from your personal experience. So can you share with us, you mentioned you are building your landing page.
Sure.
But
So I have a community, Chic'n'Bliss Facebook community that people can join, where I'm posting live. And so it's not just psoriasis, it's really like they heal psoriasis and then they become better, and then they can really do, follow their dreams and follow their passion. So I appreciate this group. There's a lot of like positive people and energy there. So in that group, you'll find a lot of the daily inspirations and information. Also on the Instagram at Chic'n'Bliss, you see my postings with my sharing there. And the website that is coming is www.chic'n'bliss.com. And I have a podcast as well that people could listen to for a more detailed version of how I started the platform this year.
Wow, you are content marketing genius. You have a video and podcast and copy.
And I like to inspire people because I'm a designer. So you see like some enjoyment in the graphic content because I'm sharing. Even if someone just looking for an inspiration, I would encourage them to come have a look on the community and in my IG. The IG is I'm really having a joy building that right now, and there are a lot of great people that I've connected with, and I'm really grateful that first I've connected with people like you who are also creators, coaches, entrepreneurs, so I can feel support. I get support, and we're inspiring each other. But there are also people who at this time are really looking for inspiration, and they're looking for positive energy, and they're people who are really struggling. And on my IG, I'm really grateful that there are people who actually got, like, they get inspired and they wrote me, and then they share what they were going through, and I felt like really touched. Like, it means a lot when I actually don't know this person, right? Like, he's all the way in the US, but I feel like really happy when somebody tells me that they feel inspired, they feel uplifted, and
Absolutely.
it's really what I want to do ultimately.
It's all about giving and inspire others. That's how we feel.
Yeah.
And,
I really truly feel that, because a few years ago I wouldn't be talking like this. I wouldn't even have that level of energy. And so I really feel everyone, if I can do that, I truly believe everyone can. If you have psoriasis, you really can heal holistically, and you can also be able to live a very happy life, like with good energy, and then pursue your passion to do what you love for your life and create a life create a blissful life, right? And even with whatever external situation, that you can be resilient and still have certain, like, that level of energy. So
and during this pandemic, and this year is all about keep our health. So what is your favorite method of relaxation, or how do you re-energize yourself in order to re-energize other people who are your clients or people in your community? What do you do?
Okay, my favorite one, which is actually the solid foundation for I would say for my health and my life, is a whole morning routine. If I had to pick one, I can too, but and that morning routine is basically, I would have one, like, I would get up and say one thing that I'm grateful for, and I would do a meditation that has a breath work portion and a visualization portion, and then I would do exercise. It's whether it's yoga or HIIT or swimming, some form of exercise. It varies between 20 to 40 minutes. And then I'll take time to, because I used to rush a lot, so I take time to get ready and eat a very healthy breakfast. And then I have a couple of affirmations that I read. So that for me is like my building block. And I know it sounds like a lot, and I didn't achieve that all at once. It took a while, but I would say that is very important to my general health. If I really have to select, I guess I would pick three things. Right? Out of that is that eating, fuel your body right, eating healthy, and the meditation is like food for your mind. It's like you take a shower every day to clean. You have to give your mind some food every day, and then moving your body, because it really gives you a lot of oxygen to your brain, and it really makes a huge difference in your day. And so it's hard to choose one. I would say those three are like super.
I mean, thank you so much for being honest with us and sharing your journey and your story and how you became who are you today and how you are serving your community. And of course, this is, I believe, just an introduction of your work. So please be free to share everything you do to help your community, but also to help our community. And we are looking forward to see your progress and how you're helping people. And thank you so much for being part of our community and for sharing your gift, your talent, your passion, and how you are helping others. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your invitation again.